Good morning everyone, it is Saturday morning and I'm back with a little Tenerife news update regarding the forest fires. Should you still come to Tenerife? Should you cancel your holiday? All of those questions will be answered, including an update on the fires themselves, what happened overnight. If you're new to the channel, I am Andrew. I do live here in Los Cristianos in Tenerife, so I am here on the island. I am going to be giving you my opinion as regards to should you still come to Tenerife. So if you're new, a big welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. A lot of you said, can you keep on doing these updates? Can you maybe do one every day? There's an article here that I read through that I thought might be quite interesting, because I'm still getting so many messages. You know, will Costa Rica be okay next week? Can I still come in 2 weeks' time? If the forest fires get any worse, should I cancel, etc, etc. So there is quite a lot of uncertainty going on. You know, will you get a refund if you do cancel, etc. So I'm going to jump straight into it. We'll start off with an update on the fires and where they are at the moment. So the fires overnight did remain out of control. They were steady, they didn't exactly accelerate, but they're still out of control. They're still battling to contain them. We saw more evacuations this morning out of the surrounding areas, villages. More people being evacuated. We're now over 8,000 people who've been evacuated. We've got another couple of thousand on high alert, so they could well be evacuated as well, possibly today, tomorrow. It just depends how the spread continues. But we're now up to quite a lot of land that has been burnt through here. It's spreading 5,000 hectares, 12,000 acres, and a perimeter of 50 kilometers, 30 miles or so, has now been destroyed, burnt. So it's still very much the same. We've still got the planes battling away, the helicopters, they're still going non-stop. In terms of actually being here this morning, same as yesterday, all of that white speckly ash is ash dropping all over the balcony, the cars, things like that. A few people have said they've seen ash washing up on the coastline. I don't believe that's ash. You can maybe see behind me, we've got this little patch of stuff going on. We do have that depending on the tides and things, so I believe that's just a little bit of sludgy stuff. That some of the coasts has been affected by a little bit of waste and things recently, but I don't believe that's ash, in my opinion. I don't think so, but it could well be, but I doubt it. So I'm going to jump in with this article I've found here from The Times, which does discuss should you still come on holiday to Tenerife? Can you still fly? What's the latest from the Foreign Travel Office? So I'm going to go through this article. I will leave it down in the description if you want to have a read, and then I will give you my honest opinion regarding coming over at the moment as well. So do wait for that one at the end. So if you haven't heard about the wildfires, they did break out on Tuesday, August the 15th. The fire is said to be one of the worst we've had in 40 years. It is quite bad. 8,000 residents evacuated, 4,000 on high alert. We've currently got very high temperatures of 40 degrees, 35 degrees. We're currently on a yellow weather warning as well. So very hot, perfect conditions for fires. So they are continuing to spread. If you're coming over in general, or you're here at the moment, look after yourself in general. That yellow weather alert is a general weather alert to look after yourselves. Plenty of hydration, shade, avoid, you know, midday heat. At the news conference yesterday, the Canary Islands president did say that last night the fires had behaved, the weather had behaved normally as well, but he did also say that he was hopeful that the forecast would improve and the blaze was still not under control. So unfortunately, with the high temperatures we've got this weekend, really does not help the situation. So here is what you need to know if you're traveling to Tenerife anytime soon. So starting off, where are the fires? Where are they located? I'm going to put up on the screen an image which does show which part of the island it is on. So it is on that northeast side. So technically it is away from those popular tourist areas. Villages of Arate, Chivasea, Media Montana, Arafo and Candelaria areas. That is where the fire is currently based. So authorities do fear that the fire could move towards busy areas such as Santa Cruz, Puerto de la Cruz as well. Everything very flammable. Those pine forests as well, extremely flammable. So it can move very quickly, especially if we get some winds that really move it on. Yellow status warning for the weather is currently in place for Tenerife, as temperatures could reach 34 degrees in the next few days. Let me tell you right now, Saturday lunchtime, it is sweltering. Parking the car, it was 32, so it is very hot. Around 250 firefighters and military personnel have been deployed, as well as 14 aircraft, including helicopters, those seaplanes, constantly dropping water, constantly battling to stop the spread. You've got the firefighters there as well on the ground doing those controlled burnouts to burn out some of the shrubbery, controlled so that it cannot spread past that point, but very, very difficult, hard to do. Now the big one, can I still go to Tenerife? Can you still come over? The answer is very much yes. At present, tourists remain largely unaffected by the blaze. Typically tourists stay in the south of the island, which is where we are, and the fires are in the north. In Santa Cruz, the island's main town is 12 miles away from the nearest wildfire. Flights are still running to both Tenerife airports, that's north and south, completely normally. Nothing has been affected. A spokesperson from British Airways Holidays, which operates on the island here, said that we're monitoring the fires constantly, and currently they aren't anywhere near any British Airways Holidays resorts. So most of your tourist resorts, if you're coming over from the UK, are going to be here in the south. Los Cristianos, Costa Adeje, Los Gigantes, Las Americas, all of this side of the coast, and we're very, very much unaffected. Everything is very much going ahead as normal, apart from the little specks of dust that you're going to see on the cars and the balconies. As I said yesterday, very, very unaffected. A few people have said, well, if you can see that dust, you might be breathing it. If you've got asthma, maybe you might have a few more concerns. But in general, I've been walking around, everyone else is walking around on the beaches, on the promenades, and very, very unaffected. What did start the fires in Tenerife? That's a question I'm getting a lot as well. There's various rumours flying around, obviously. Some people are saying it's been set on purpose. There was a theory that a firework could have started the fire because of when it started, the time frame. There were celebrations in a nearby town, things like that. At the moment, they haven't fully confirmed what started the fire. If it was done deliberately, I hope they make a real example of the person. But we'll have to wait and see on that. There's a lot of speculation flying around, and they haven't fully confirmed exactly what started it. Now, can I get a refund if I choose not to go? And what's the latest advice from the Foreign Office? There is no guarantee that you'll get a refund if you choose to cancel your holiday, unless the hotel you're travelling to has been affected by the wildfires. The UK's Foreign Office does not currently advise against travel to Tenerife, so tour operators, airlines are not obliged to either cancel or refund your holidays. That said, it doesn't hurt to ask your holiday company if you are worried about it. So no guarantee that you would get a refund if you choose to, say, ring up Jet2, I don't want to go anymore, I've seen the fires. It's very, very unlikely that they will give you a refund or even reschedule your holiday, because they can bring you over here no problem and you can still have a fantastic time. So the flights are still running, the hotels are still open. Basically all excursions are still on, apart from the ones that were going to be up in the national park. So your Teide cable car, your bus tours up there, maybe some of the quad bike tours up Teide as well. But down here on the coast, your boat trips, everything else is all running as it should be, or as it would normally be. Am I covered by my travel insurance? It is unlikely that you'll be covered by your travel insurance policy for a last-minute cancellation. Most travel insurance policies will only pay out under certain extreme circumstances, such as a family bereavement or a serious illness. One exception may be if you have a pre-existing health condition that you could be put at higher risk due to the fires. You could ask your provider to be covered for this. Potentially, you know, as I mentioned, if you had really bad asthma, you were concerned about maybe some of the ash and things in the air. But being here, I've been working every day, I've been videoing, I've been all over the show, not affected at all. I actually feel less affected now by ash and things like that than I would when we get the calimas in. When those calimas come in with that thick dust, I feel it more on my skin and on my throat and temperature wise than I am currently now with the bits of ash falling around. So I personally would not be too concerned. I would be still looking forward to your holiday. I would still be planning your trip. I would still be excited. And I would certainly not be trying to cancel your holiday at this point. If you were a backpacker and you're coming over just to hike up Teide in the mountains, and you were going to go up and see the stars up there, and you are just massive on the national park, then maybe. But if you're just planning your normal beach holiday and everything like that, you're going to be pretty unaffected at this point. Obviously, it depends, you know, in a week or so, Who knows where we could be? It could have accelerated. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll have it under control. I'm going to be keeping you up to date with that, but as it stands, I think even heading into next week, you would be absolutely fine being on the south side of the island. If you have got some concerns, do read through that article. Maybe you can contact your insurance provider or your travel operator. They, of course, will probably provide you with a lot of reassurances as well. Again, this morning, I've seen people around and chatted to people and heard people chatting. There's some people don't even know that there's fires going on at the moment. It's just not even in their head. So they've come over, probably not watching the news, detached, and it's so much the same over here, nothing different in the south, that they don't even know the fires are happening. So in my opinion, I would still be looking forward to coming over. I would still be planning on coming over. I would not be looking at cancelling. And then if you have any of those trips booked to go up into the mountains, or you've prepaid for those, I'm sure you will get a refund, or they will work something out with you. But for now, that is the latest update. That is the information regarding should you still come over. There's no official advice not to, so get yourself on those flights, come over, have a great time. Bars and restaurants all open. It's very much the same, very much the same. So don't be too frightened by what they put in the news. A lot of the articles and the papers will do a big you should not travel, etc. I wouldn't worry too much. Look at that behind me, people out enjoying the whale and dolphin boat trips. You've got the Viking ship. It's all still happening. It's all still a-okay. A-okay, excuse me. So if you have enjoyed the update, do please give a thumbs up. If I've missed any information, let me know down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. I will be back with another update tomorrow or Monday. We will keep you up to date on this channel. So if you want to stay in tune, do make sure you subscribe. It's completely free. Any of the ad revenue from these updates will be going to a charity that is helping out with the forest fires. In terms of progress with that charity, we may be doing the Red Cross over here. They will be helping out with obviously people who might have been affected, things like that. At the moment, I've still not found a way to donate directly to the voluntary fire service, but I'm still working on it. But that was what will be happening with any advert revenue from the videos on the channel regarding the updates. So I will see you again probably tomorrow or Monday. Have a great weekend. If you're coming over, look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you over here, and stride on.